Doesn't everyone deserve the chance to play, to swim in a swimming pool, to play soccer?
Camp Shriver is for children of all abilities.
If you're slow at it, fast at it, best at it, or worst at it, as long as you're doing it, there's no boundary, there's no line.
Too many of the young people in Boston, both those with disabilities and those without disabilities, never get that chance. Here at Camp Shriver, UMass Boston, we say yes. Yes, you can come.
Now, over 40 years ago, Eunice Kennedy Shriver started the first Camp Shriver at her home in Maryland. And very quickly, the camp became a place for fun and spirited competition, a wonderful place of joyful celebration and sportsmanship, and a place where friendships made and kept were begun and lasted forever. It is Mrs. Shriver's vision that made the Camp Shriver at UMass Boston a reality, and we are delighted for her idea and support.
Anyone that has an opportunity to witness what happens with children at these camps, they understand that so many of these children that may be challenged themselves intellectually can enjoy the kinds of athletics that every child enjoys, throwing a ball, running a race, being involved with other sports, and it enriches their lives.
Our focus is, of course, to improve sports skills, but more importantly, to let children have fun, to give children an opportunity to play together, learn together, and share winning, losing, the challenges and the effort of sports.
We have a beautifully rich resource of our campus and our staff. We were thrilled to be joined by wonderful corporate partners like P&G and Gillette and AT&T, by the Special Olympics movement itself, to come together to make Mrs. Shriver's dream a reality.
The greatest thing from my perspective about Camp Shriver is the fact that it is integrating so many different members of the community. The fact that it integrates those who have many opportunities with those who have so few, and gives them a chance to compete and to enjoy themselves and to have fun on a level playing field, to me personally makes it an ideal representation of the kinds of attitudes that we should see more of in our community.
For every camper with a special need, there is a participating camper who doesn't have special needs, and they're distributed in the teams at a 1-for-1 ratio. We've been fortunate to have 3 very qualified coaches to put quality instruction into the sports activities that we're featuring daily. We feature basketball, soccer, and swimming. All of these coaches have set forth a 2-week plan in which new skills are being introduced in practice as they culminate with the various games in each of their respective sports.
You guys having some fun today? Yeah. All right. What was the most fun thing you did today?
I'm running the swimming program, and the kids that have come in, some of them have had very limited exposure to the water, and they've really developed. Just about everybody we've worked with is swimming on their own, or they're comfortable in the water on their own, and they're making new friends and connections with people, and that's really what we wanted to do.
Now, the biggest obstacle facing people with special needs today is not their disability. It's not a seizure disorder. It's not a genetic abnormality. It's none of those things. The biggest obstacle today facing people with special challenges is the attitudes of the general public. It's the attitudes of fear and ignorance and indifference that too frequently mean that a child with special needs may have a friend when they're 6 or 8 years old, but by the time they're in middle school or high school, they're alone. They're living a lonely life when they're adults. They're not being included in community groups. They're not being included in church groups. They're not being included in civic organizations. So camping is about building bridges that can last a lifetime.
What's this?
We wanted to give our campers experiences that many other children have and they don't. Experiences that are right around the corner from them here in the city. And it's interesting that campers came back on our buses wide-eyed. I saw Fenway Park. I saw the harbor. Camp Shriver is about bringing the city to children in a way they had never experienced before.
My brother is actually in Camp Shriver. Every day he loves it. For these 2 weeks he's been just ecstatic whenever he comes home. And I'm pretty happy for him because normally he's at home playing video games and whatnot, and he actually gets out and has an opportunity to enjoy himself.
My son won the Best Defense Award for basketball. He said he thought he was going to win an award for Best Sportsmanship because he had a good attitude. He didn't win that award, but he might have learned that here.
I think that's what it's all about. Kids making friends, making meaningful meetings, and being part of a process that's going to help them strengthen their skills and also to help them feel good about themselves.
I think whether or not these kids come back in future years, they'll always remember the 2 weeks they had here, and hopefully it will have a positive impact on them going forward, and that's incredible to be a part of.
2 weeks to just have fun, have a good time on a beautiful campus, and a great gym, a gorgeous swimming pool, beautiful fields. You have a good time.
And let's bring new children in to experience what it means to be a camper. And more importantly, for every child to be able to come to school in September, and when a teacher says, "And what did you do this summer?" they can smile, they could stand up and say, "I went to Camp Shriver and I made friends."
Camp Shriver. It was awesome.
For more information on becoming a Camp Shriver sponsor, please contact Vice Chancellor Darrell Byers at the Office of University Advancement at 617-287-5320 or darrell.byers@umb.edu.